I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Supervisor Glade?
Here.
Schott?
Here.
Patterson?
Here.
Trustee Glade?
Here.
Lazier?
Here.
Katie here. McLennan?
Here.
You have a quorum.
Approval of the agenda. So. Second. Moved and seconded. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We'd like to welcome Angie Winton, who's the HR Director for the Senior Alliance, who's to present tonight. Good evening, Angie.
Thank you. Good evening, Supervisor Glade and Township trustees. I was just telling this individual here, you have a beautiful building. I have not been here before. So it's nice to visit some new places. I normally do more of the downriver community, so it's nice to kind of get out and see different areas that we serve. So again, I'm Angie Winton. I'm the HR Director with the Senior Alliance. So the Senior Alliance is the area agency on aging for the 34 southern and western Wayne County communities. So there is a counterpart that handles Detroit and some of their surrounding communities called Detroit Area Agency on Aging. So once a year, we try to visit all 34 of our communities to tell them about their local match, which I'll explain, and just explain a little bit of the services that we provide as an agency. So each of you received a packet. In that packet is a one-page report that shows your local match amount. So what that is an amount that each community gives to the Senior Alliance to help provide services. Your match amount this year is $1,099. Every community is different based on their census stats. So in turn, what some of that money provides are services such as the State Health Insurance Assistance Program. So that's a program known as SHIP. You may have heard it referenced before as MAP. So to make things really difficult, they changed the acronym. Good thing is they changed it to what the national standard is, which is State Health Insurance Program. That is the Medicaid Medicare Assistance Program. It's a free program, provides non-biased counseling for individuals in Medicaid, Medicare. So anyone who's getting ready to enroll in Medicaid or Medicare can call and get counseling if they're having any kind of difficulty navigating the Medicare system. If you've ever tried to enroll someone in Medicare, there are so many plans that come up. It's really hard for individuals to navigate. So it's a great program, staffed mostly by volunteers. So we have a couple paid staff. Last year, our volunteers provided an in-kind wage amount of $130,000. So that's how much volunteer hours go into this program. They served 6,649 clients in our service area and saved those individuals over $1.6 million. That's making sure they're in the right plan. Some stats specific to New Boston Huron Township for fiscal year 17, other programs, 104 clients total were served. 16 clients were served in the Information and Assistance Department. That's our call center that anybody who's maybe taking care of an aging parent or themselves or a neighbor, they can call to find out about resources that are available, such as meals, in-home services. 11 clients were served in in-home programs, such as our My Choice Medicaid Waiver Program. That's a program designed to keep people out of the nursing home and in the community that they choose to live in. So really important program because medically they qualify and income-wise they qualify to be in a nursing home. This keeps them in the home where they choose to be. So we provide or contract out services such as in-home care, housekeeping, personal care, maybe nursing services. Great program. Nursing facility transition, that actually gets people that are in a nursing home and want to transition back into the community. That program helps them transition. And their care management case coordination services, those are services, again, homemaking, personal care that are provided to anyone age 60 and older in the communities that we serve. 2 clients were served in our in-house non-emergency transportation program. So we do have a fleet of 5 vehicles that provide rides to the doctor's office, social security office, things like that, for a total of 10 rides. So those 2 clients probably use the service more than once. If anyone is ever in need of service, they call into our agency. They explore any community transportation that may be available. If none exists, then we try to provide that ride for them. 27 clients were served in the nutrition program, which everybody knows is Meals on Wheels. So we are the funder for the Meals on Wheels program. We operate on a budget of almost $30 million, and we're proud to report that only about 4% of that is used for administration, meaning 96% of our budget actually goes back into services. Our audits have been unqualified and have no findings, recommendations, or management letters for well over 10 years. So we thank and appreciate your support, and thank you for allowing us to come in and report on our agency. We do continually work on outreach, so if you do have any events going on here that you would like us to be part of, or you think we might be able to provide service, you can certainly reach out to us. We can be found, if anyone's watching at home, at thesenioralliance.org or by phone at 800-815-1112. I thank you for your time. Do you have any questions?
Thank you. Any questions, Ms. Winton?
I have one, Ms. Winton. I would imagine most of these programs are means tested. Is that qualification, or do some of these have little?
Every program's different. So like, again, the Medicaid, Medicare Assistance Program, that's anyone. In fact, when my mom had to enroll in Medicare, and I'm the HR director, so I've been doing benefits for years and years, and I was like just blown away by how difficult it was. So that's anyone. Care management case coordination, that is anyone, but people can be prioritized based on income and by means. My choice waiver does have very set guidelines for income. Best thing for anyone to do if they're in need of support is to call the agency. Our call center, our INA department will screen them and then coordinate with other departments based on that initial screen of where they might fit. There's resources if we don't provide them, other agencies might. So they're trained in referring them to various sources.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Item 5 is approval of the consent agenda.
So moved.
Support.
Roll call, please.
Schott.
Yes.
Patterson.
Yes.
Trustee Glabe.
Yes.
Lazier.
Yes.
Katie, yes. McLennan.
Yes.
Supervisor Glabe.
Yes. We'll open up the meeting to brief public comments. Anybody wishing to come forward, please do at this time. Seeing none, we'll move on. That brings us down to 9A. Clerk Katie, you'd like to discuss the community-wide garage sale?
Yeah, yes, sir. I think the third most popular phone call I get every day, aside from the trains and the bridge, are people wondering when the township-wide yard sale / garage sale weekend will occur. And everybody has a different weekend in July that they would prefer. Some want the weekend of the 4th, some don't. Some want the 1st, the last. So I thought maybe if the township board has no objections to just designating the entire month of July, the weekends in all of July, as the township-wide garage yard sale month / weekends.
That's your motion.
I don't even know if we need one. I guess it was more for a discussion point if anybody, I'm not sure. I couldn't find any past motions that
Second.
pertain, so there we go.
Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Yeah, garage sales are hard to oppose. Everybody loves a good garage sale. Under item 10A, Chief Robbins is requesting that we hire a new dispatcher full-time, Brooke Krosky. The information's in your packet, and as you know, we've had some resignations, and this is a much-needed position to be filled.
Motion to hire dispatcher Brooke Krosky,
Support.
full-time.
Was there a support?
Support.
I support.
Okay.
Any discussion? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. We'll again open up the meeting to any brief public comments. Come on up, Ruth.
Bruce Katie Lowell. I just want to remind everybody that Friday and Saturday are Poppy Days for the American Legion. We'll be collecting funds and handing out poppies to support our veterans programs. And with the bridge out, please be generous. It really hurts us. So, and on top of that, I also would like to remind the community that after winter and the flags are tattered and torn and they need to be replaced, you can take them down and give them to a Legion member or auxiliary member, or you could just put them in a bag, hang them on the door handle at the Legion Hall, and once a year, the Boy Scouts have a ceremony, and they properly dispose of them. So thank you very much, and thank you for the garage sale for the whole month. I love that.
Thank you. Anybody else wishing to come forward? Seeing none, we'll move on. We'll entertain any comments from the Board of Trustees. Trustee Sean?
I'd like to make an announcement that this coming Sunday at 1 p.m., there will be, in partnership with the Rotary and American Legion, will be a Memorial Day celebration down at the Veterans Memorial at 1 p.m. with refreshments following that thereafter. This coming Sunday, 1 p.m. Also, on another note, I was wondering if a decision is made on a bus for the seniors, whether or not they can give some seed money before the grant comes in to lock in that bus that they finally make a decision on that they want.
I'll, go ahead.
I was say I could semi-answer that. Speaking with the county, the issue is not of do we have the money? The issue is if we spend any money before July 15th, the grant will not reimburse the township. So that's why that we can't really spend a penny towards senior transportation, because if we do, we're basically forfeiting however much we spend we're not going to get that in the CDBG grant.
There's no way of locking it in?
No, because how it works is we basically buy it up front and then we turn the receipt in for the grant money to be reimbursed. And if the date is before July 15th, they don't consider that an accepted expenditure for the grant.
And we don't have to wait till we actually get the money, we just have to wait till they approve the money.
Right.
So once we get the approval that they're giving us money, then we can go ahead and spend the money. But prior to that, we would not get anything reimbursed.
When do you anticipate the money being available?
They're saying mid-July. They're hoping for a July 15th target date to give us the approval. So we're not changing. I mean, as far as I know, we're still full steam ahead on the bus. It's just a matter of we can't really pay for it until the grant money's authorized to be spent.
Not even a deposit?
I think if we do, we won't get it
It's
reimbursed.
not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, and you, as silly as it might seem, these programs are pretty rigid, and you do not want to run afoul of something as simple as spending money too quickly, because it turns into a bureaucratic nightmare. So it's just a little bit more patience and everything will follow through as planned, but can't do anything at this point. Anybody else wishing to comment? Trustee Glaive?
I just wanted to compliment our newest trustee on her first meeting. What a fine job she has done so far. Welcome aboard.
I appreciate the quick meeting.
We're really efficient.
Yeah.
Just before we entertain a motion to adjourn, just to bring up to speed a little bit on the railroad crossings. As you know, we continue to work on that issue. One of the things that we're currently working on, and I had a meeting with Mayor of Romulus, Leroy Burkhoff, this afternoon, we're trying to entertaining securing a grant through SEMCOG that would allow joint community effort on some planning initiatives, including getting a strategic plan together with engineering drawings relative to, say, grade separation that we can use in our discussions and efforts with all of our congressional delegation and all the parties that we have engaged on this issue. I'll be bringing more information to you. This is just something that we discussed today on a conference call, but just to kind of give you a little idea of what I might be bringing forward to the board, there is a match that each community we would actually share to split that match. It would be a pretty nominal fee in consideration of what we'd get. We're looking at a $50,000 grant. There's a 12% match. They would leave each community with a $6,000 fee. But it'd go a long way into getting the information that we need to further our discussions and plead our case for our grade separation and other relief that we could obtain. So just wanted to put that on your radar. With that,
Can we have
Mr. Patterson?
the senior director at one of our meetings in June give a presentation for that Senior Olympics?
sure, we'll get her on the agenda. Motion adjourned would be in order.
So move.
All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Have a good evening.